Hello everyone, this is Roxy. She is our mostly husky puppy, and I decided to draw her as a dragon because she is a little velociraptor with, the way she moves, it's like she doesn't have bones sometimes.
She's like a snake.
So...
Turns her whole head upside down.
And I've been wanting to draw a dragon anyway, so I used her as a reference to draw a dog dragon-esque thing.
Here it goes.
So I'm not great with animal anatomy, but I do like how this turned out after everything. It starts out a little rough.
We're figuring out the shapes.
Yeah. And part of it is just the shapes have to be altered too, because obviously, like, a dragon's different than a dog in several ways. But I just started out by, like, roughing out the anatomy of dog.
Yeah, with her head tilt.
Yeah.
I think you and I both need to learn how to do a gesture drawing to figure out placement. Because I tend to fill up the space regardless of what I'm actually trying to draw. And then I have to move everything around afterwards.
Yeah. So I am really happy with the legs, like the forelegs and the hind legs and their placement. I ended up being really happy with that.
I like the ears.
Yeah, that looks like a dog.
Mm-hmm.
And now I make it look like a dragon.
Yeah. So that was your sketch layer. Is this a second sketch layer?
This is a second sketch layer because I started by drawing this is what a dog is, and then I started throwing the alterations of okay, this is how I change it to be a dragon. So I couldn't go right to dragon. I knew I didn't have that skill. I wouldn't have been happy with it. So I started drawing the dog on one sketch layer, and then I did another sketch layer on top of that where I'm just like, but dragon.
Right.
I start adding all the dragon pieces.
Her little eyebrows.
Yeah, I tried to put her coloration as I don't know, as scales, so helps give her expressions.
Yeah.
And the ears turn to horns. And then the rest of the ear I adapt into the smaller dragon ears. The lizards don't typically have ears, but dragons I feel like look better with like those small little pointy ears.
Because dragons are often like lizard dogs.
Yeah.
They're a few different animals put together.
Depending on the culture, different things are a dragon.
Mm-hmm. Whether they have legs, whether they have wings. Toes.
That's right. Had to extend her toes for dragon because her fur covers. You can't see how big her toes actually are, but she has like Roxy has basically little hands.
Yeah, little human fingers.
She's got like a little thumb. She can grab things around, and it's a little disconcerting because I always had very paw dogs before. So having a dog that will literally just like grab your hand and hold it, it's like, what is this?
What are we? I'll look over and she'll look at one of her toys, and then she'll just put out a single toe to poke onto it and drag it forward, like she's pointing and dragging, and that's not a dog thing, I don't think.
No, not typically. At least not the dogs that I had before. But this is our first dog together, little Roxy.
True.
But we had dogs separately.
Yeah.
I grew up with Labs and Rottweilers. And you grew up with Pit Bull Boxer Mix.
Yeah, and a Jack Russell Terrier.
Which are apparently terrible.
Very smart. Mine was not, but usually very smart. No, I think my sister would disagree. I think
Roxy's very smart.
Yeah.
That's in training. Roxy has been every time we go to train her a new trick, it's less than a day until she gets it. We hung that bell up at the back door for her to ring when she needs to go outside, and she's already learned that it's just the get attention button.
That's true.
Sometime in this recording, we'll probably hear the bell ring because she can't be left alone for 10 minutes without ringing the bell.
That's true. Look at the wings.
Yeah. The wings were whole cloth, just torn out of the other. So I think I got the angles right. If I went back and did it again, I'd probably point them forward a bit more. Have it be more underwing.
I think if you had more canvas to work with, you could do more with the wings.
That is another, yeah. I wasn't resizing stuff. I was just working with the space I had.
Yeah. Which is, it's a challenge in and of itself. And challenges are not necessarily, like sometimes they can help you be more creative because you're problem solving.
Yeah. I moved the tail over to the other side, just sort of like, so it didn't conflict with the wing space. And also to make it a little more serpentine.
Yeah. A little gargoyle-y.
Very gargoyle. Turned out very much like a gargoyle.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
Hello.
I mean, we're not done yet. We're still watching it.
Well, yeah.
I could still mess this up. You don't know.
I saw the finished piece.
Yep. You don't know?
I've seen the future.
I got a lot of drawing left to do.
And this would be
The snoot.
the ink layer and the snoot. Snoot is the most important part, I think.
Snoots are hard.
Oops, all angles.
Turn those into scales too. They're really trying to accentuate the extension of the snoot. Made the head a little bumpier too, just because she's very soft around the edges because fur, but lizards
Floofy.
would be a little more jagged. You'd see more of the bone protrusions, so I tried to make her a little more angular.
Some dragons are floofy, but again, it depends on the culture.
That's true. Well, I guess I always grew up with scaly dragons, so I didn't do much floof dragons. Although there was Luck Dragon from...
Never ending story.
Yep.
Falcor.
Yeah.
I got you.
A floofy dragon.
I got you. Well, also, very dog.
Yes.
Grand scheme of dragon, extremely dog.
Just an elongated... Oh, what dog did he look like? I guess he looked a little terrier-esque.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Like a Scottish Terrier?
Maybe.
With the mustache?
Yeah, he had the mustachy look.
Yeah. Whereas...
So you see me double-checking the anatomy on the legs as I'm drawing it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot that gets simplified here, just to...
The Jack Russell Terrier is like Wishbone and the dog from The Mask.
Yeah, they were popular and stuff for a hot minute.
Mm-hmm. And that's what Rocky was. Not to be confused with Roxy, which is our dog. Different
Roxy
dogs.
is mostly husky,
Yeah.
but there's supposed to be some pom in there, and her parents were both mixes, so there's other stuff in there.
Stuff.
You said, well, you looked up, you were looking at stuff about dogs in films, and the dog from The Thing looks very much like Roxy,
Yeah.
and that's half wolf, half Alaskan Malamute.
Yeah. She looks like a small version of dog that's gonna have its head open up at any second and eat us. She's very cute.
In every video we talk about The Thing. We just can't help ourselves.
We're on brand.
We really like The Thing.
Mm-hmm.
Carpenter in general. Just excellent. Chef's kiss. So, trying to get the chest in there. Don't know why I'm yawning so much today. Should have another coffee. And then wings again, whole cloth. Just put based on bat wings. So you put the little dew claw in. And
Yeah. Little fingers.
then you draw the little fingers. I tried to layer them to show that like they're going back.
He's looking at something. She, I suppose.
Yeah, there's something over there. Now, this dragon, what do you imagine her treasure hoard is?
Well, see, my instinct is bones, but that's just...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, because Roxy she loves her bones. She's very chewy.
We had to give her a large dog chew toy, though she is not a large dog, because she chews like a large dog.
Well, my dad for Christmas he brought over one of those like layered, like 3-inch thick rawhide.
Yeah.
And it's gone. It's
Yeah.
like a week later it was gone. She completely demolished it.
She's terrifying.
So,
I love her.
she's
so
really
much.
good though because she doesn't chew on a lot that she's not supposed to.
Yeah.
She nibbles on the couch a little bit. She nibbles on the knobs of the dresser a little bit.
Well, she'll gently move things.
Yeah.
Like pieces of fabric. She will gently move to her area and then look at you, not even guilty, just kind of like, look what I got. You see what I did there?
I have procured a sock. Someone should stop me. I'm being naughty. She didn't destroy it. She just
No.
wants you to see that she has it.
Yeah. And then, she'll let you take it. She doesn't struggle.
Yeah. And then she'll be like, now it's time to play. And it's like, no, that's not how this works.
It's extortion.
She's lovely, though. It's been so wonderful having a dog after so many years without a dog.
You needed a dog. My dad was starting to think I was abusive because I didn't give you a dog yet.
Well, I had... It was my fault we didn't have a dog yet because, like, we could have had a dog, but, like, part of my thing is, like, our house wasn't perfect for a dog yet.
Well, not even
We
perfect.
didn't-
Our house was not puppy safe for a while.
Well, for a while, but, like, for the last couple of months, our house has been puppy safe. The walls are all up.
Yeah.
I was filling in some gaps and stuff, but there was no, like, when we first got the house and we tore out all the walls, we couldn't have a puppy because it was dangerous. There was construction debris all over.
Yeah.
There wasn't a way to like keep them in the safe zone.
But after that, even I would still like a proper fence, just
Yeah.
so I can go outside with the dog. And
First thing in
not have
spring,
to
we got to
inside.
put up a proper fence.
Yeah.
The backyard should be easy. I just need a couple of wood planks because we already have the fence posts in. The front yard, we have to get new fence posts in, but that should still be like a weekend thing. So within the first month after frost, we should have the fence in.
How'd you pick this color?
I struggled because I didn't want to go with like a red dragon. I felt that was like
Angry?
a little angry, but also like it's like the baseline dragon is a red dragon.
No,
So-
I think green.
I was also really. I always
Yeah.
think red dragon, but partially it's because Roxy has all the different grays in her fur, so I just tried to make it more like a slate blue dragon.
That works.
So I've turned her more colorful fur into the main color of the dragon, with some light and dark highlights because she's got a lot of fur.
She does. And then
Get the
yellow
eyes done.
Yeah. Yellow eyes.
Did pretty good on the eyes, pointing in the same direction. If I could go back though, I'd probably lower the eye on my right down a little bit because it's a little flat and it doesn't really follow the curve of the head as much as I would want. Now that I've looked at the whole piece at the end,
Would it have helped to flip the canvas, you think?
it would have helped to flipping the canvas would have revealed so much. Like even in this, I can sort of see a couple of things which, if this was a piece I did for money, I probably would have gone back and redone a lot.
Yeah.
But because I was recording, I was just like, it was basically like one-shotting it, so there were certain things that I didn't spend a lot of time tweaking.
You just wanted the idea down.
Right.
I understand that. Ooh, I like this color.
Yeah, I went with the blue. I decided to go with a very cool, because originally I was going to do like blue, yellow, red, but I didn't. I decided to go let the eyes be a highlight in their warmness, and then go with cool colors along the rest of it.
So it can kind of glow.
Exactly. So the eyes pop out a little bit.
Wings?
Wings.
Wings.
Yeah, a little light blue there. Even a little greenish.
Yeah. I like this color palette a lot. Where is your light source, you think? Over to our upper right?
I sort of did front right.
That works.
I don't know how consistently I applied that, but that was the general.
I used to have on a separate layer a circle. There was a bright yellow circle so that I would understand this is where my light is coming from. But Really, I should just do more scenes where I show, like, here's a lamp. Actually, like, have a light source.
You drew that fire recently that was really good.
Thank you. That is the light source.
Mm.
But, in portraits and in things that are more
Well,
small.
I drew the fire recently, and part of, like, because I was drawing a fireplace, and part of the issue with drawing fire is that it not only casts light but shadow.
Right.
So the flames from a wood fire cast a shadow.
Right.
But it's also a light source, so it can really mess you up because it won't look right unless you take both into account.
You need sources. You need to know what you're looking at.
Yeah.
But yeah, on a smaller piece, you don't necessarily have room for this is where your light source is, so you have to just understand.
Yeah.
It's from that direction.
And sometimes it won't make sense. Like you can't just add a lamp onto the Mona Lisa.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying is you have to just sometimes know, and even then, does the light bounce off of anything else? Are you actually going to be seeing light on another opposite side than you? Because what I perceive as this is what light sources do is not necessarily what they actually do. There's bounce.
With comics, there's a shorthand to it too.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the earlier comics, they couldn't even afford shading, so it was just
Right.
like not even the dots. They wouldn't do that, so it's just the flat colors. But so it really depends on what you're doing.
Yeah. I'm just saying for portraits and things.
Yeah. And also the starkness of the light sources. Like,
Yeah.
what's the contrast of the shadows? Because a really bright single direction light source will cast some heavy shadows on the other side.
Mm-hmm. And where does it soften up and all that?
Right.
These are all things to steady, and then you can apply it. I want to do more studies.
You ever like ram horns with the...
Yeah.
Figure they're growing and wearing off somehow.
His lips are very chapped. Her lips.
Yeah, kind of a gecko-y mouth, because they kind of have the implication of scales up there.
Mm.
It's very gentle mouth. Like a gecko will bite you, and it's like, oh, that's interesting, but
That's cute.
Yeah.
You tried.
I should say certain geckos. You know, there are definitely lizards you don't want to bite you, but like leopard geckos, if one of them bites you, it's just like, oh, you tried so hard.
Yeah. Which are the ones? Which are the lizards that are around like Florida, where you can just kind of put them on your ears and earring?
Anole?
Maybe.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but yeah, those are. Yeah, I think
cute.
they're a type of gecko, if I'm remembering properly, because
They're very cute.
they have
over
some
there.
similarities. Yeah, but yeah, they're not the smartest creatures.
They think they're
They're
being
cute.
very fierce.
I was a kid who was really into like the snakes and lizards and stuff. So I actually remember when my family went down to Disney in Florida, I was more amazed that our hotel had just lizards around it, just hanging out. Because living up in New York, we don't really have just lizards hanging out on
No.
rocks.
We get rabbits. We get squirrels. Thousands of squirrels.
Thousands of squirrels. And you know what? The newts in the area are really nice. But you shouldn't touch them.
No. When we were on our honeymoon, there were birds and things outside of our window.
Yeah, we had coffee with the Florida birds.
Yeah.
It was nice.
I got a picture of you just out on the porch that I don't know if it was really a porch. We went out that window anyway.
It was by a swamp, so it was technically an outside indoor because it was completely screened in. It wasn't like you couldn't go from the porch to outside. It just shared air with outside.
Yeah.
But that's because we were outside of Disney and the resort we were in was still like right next to swampland.
And they didn't want us escaping.
Well, and they didn't want the mosquitoes to eat everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a wonderful view of a marsh and dead trees. But yeah, we were there to sleep. We didn't
Yeah.
spend too much time in the room.
Yeah. There was one night we just stayed with my parents anyway.
Yeah.
And that weird Jack in the Box haunts me. In any case, the wings look great.
Yeah. I thought I did really good with the wings. The pushing back of the one on the right So you can see that they would attach back to the mid-shoulder blade area. And I messed with the background for a while. I ended up not using this because I don't like it, but I try to find, like... I didn't want to go detailed with it, but I did want to do some, like, highlight colors. Yeah. But also, the piece is the colors are very muted in the piece, and I didn't want the background to take away from it. So that's why this stops, because the background's way too loud. I do try to mess with it, but I eventually say that that's not working, and I try something else.
Yeah, that's nicer. Going through all the color spectrum.
Yeah, trying to see if I can make it work, and then I just try a different thing. So, I repeat the eye color because it's the pop color, and I figure out about where it should be because again, I don't want too much, and I don't want to put it on the same vertical level as the eyes because I don't want to distract from the eyes. So I do go with like a warmer background color, but that really makes the blue pop out, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That way the eye kind of travels up and down a bit.
Yeah. And do some more adjustments to it.
Whoop.
Get the toes painted in.
Getting a mani and a petty. Little feets. We're a very serious art channel.
You got to get the beans proper.
Exactly.
It's not a dragon without the beans.
There it is.
There it is. I think I did a pretty good job dragonifying our dog.
Yeah.
So she has stopped teething, so she's not. She still bites affectionately, but we're trying to teach her that that's not how we show affection.
She tries to grab your hand sometimes to put your hand other places too.
She knows where she wants to be pet, and she will gently with her canines grab around your finger to guide your hand to where she expects to be pet.
Which is good in theory, but please no. Please no.
Oh, she's a girl boss, and she knows what she wants.
No. This dragon looks like she's about to hunt something, though.
A little hungry looking.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how big this dragon is. I didn't really give anything for a sense of scale.
That's true. The face could also be a... What did you just say?
How about a riddle? It's like, no, I'm just going to eat you.
Yeah.
I mean, you can use your wordplay, but you're going to get eaten.
Will it make you feel better about being eaten?
So the dragon's like, no, we're not negotiating. It's fine.
So I imagine this dragon is large enough that they're looking down at a full-grown human. I say it's a full-grown human who is very small to a full-grown human who is very not small.
So, like, the size of a house?
Maybe, yeah.
Haunches come up to the first floor, shoulder goes up to the second?
Yeah.
I could see that. So, you plop it into a scene.
Yeah, maybe like a group of travelers.
Maybe it's hiding in the barn.
Yeah. You open the doors and, hello.
I'm sorry, I thought this was the horse barn. Well, it was. Oh. Oh no.
Is the baby dragon called a pup?
I don't know.
Is there a word for a baby dragon? Or is it just baby dragon?
I'm willing to call baby dragons pups.
No, decided they're pups. So maybe this is a
They could be pups.
mama dragon.
If there's official word for a baby dragon, leave it in the comments.
I like this dragon.
Like, share, and subscribe. Engage with our nonsense.
And then we can make more nonsense.
Yeah. We hope you enjoy our nonsense. Happy Dragon Day, everybody.